Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I'm Kritter Kyle. In this vlog, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 myths about snakes that are untrue. Shall we get into it? Let's go check out some snakes first. Look at Julius here, starting the vlog off here with a shed from Julius. See him? He was poking his head out. But look at this perfectly good shed from him. He's saying hi. Hey buddy. Oh, I don't want to rip it. Oh, it's tangled in the plant. There we go. There we go, I got it. Need 2 hands. There we go. Look at that. A nice shed from my buddy Julius, the creamsicle corn snake. Which, if you didn't know, is a hybrid between Great Plains Texas rat snake and an albino corn snake. This is what Julius is. Here he is. He went back underneath his log. He loves hiding under there. So, he is very happy in this enclosure. So, I'm just gonna show you guys a closer look of the shed under the light. So this is where it starts with his head, and it's all the way down. And here's the tippy tail right here. There's Julius's shed, bud, guys. I love looking at all my snake sheds. So I just wanted to update you since the last video. You know how I took the plants around? So first I had, at the end of that video I showed you, I put one of the plants in. Well, I put the other in, and I don't know, maybe it was too open or something. Franklin's been trying to climb out nonstop and driving me fucking nuts, and I'm just trying to fucking relax, and he's just driving me off the wall. So I just put everything back the way it was, because he's absolutely driving me insane. So he's pissing me off because he won't stop trying to climb out. So I had to put everything back the way it was. Usually when he does this, I'll let him come out and roam around for a little bit. He'll go find a dark corner or whatever, and he chills right out and falls asleep, and I have to get him because he fucking goes to the cold side of the room where it's freezing. So he always goes to the cold side of the room. It's pissing me off because he keeps trying to go to places that he can't go because it's too fucking cold for him. It's pissing me the fuck off. So, yeah, that's what I'm dealing with. And if you like what you see, if you haven't already, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. Now, it's a couple days after that last part you saw with Franklin where I was incredibly frustrated with him, and I just want to explain more about why I think he does that. So, for one, the weather was a little bit warmer than normal, so he was more active. It was obviously warmer inside. Here it's night. here, so right now while I'm filming this, but I just wanted to say this, and so there was that. He's also a wild caught tortoise when I got him, so there's also that as well. So now it is winter decided to come back, and it's chilly again outside, so he is no longer as active as he was the other day. So I mean, that's incredibly helpful for me, but now I'm kind of worried that he's too cold. But he's warm enough in here, but he's definitely not as active. So as I said in my last video that you had seen, really just this week I am getting him a bigger enclosure, and I am giving him a bigger upgrade, so hopefully he feels more secure, and hopefully he feels more secure, and he'll have more places to roam around. And of course I always still let him roam around just to get him out of that and give him some exercise. I always like to make sure he comes out and roams around for at least an hour a day, if not more, depending on how cold it is, how warm it is. So I just wanted to give you an update, and since that last part, and I wanted to explain more about why he actually did that, so or does that. So this is Franklin sleeping, cute boy sleeping. So there we have it. There's Franklin. Hello everyone, this is my buddy Julius, as you saw earlier. Since you already saw him first, we're going to start with him. Now, what we're going to say, I'm going to say the top 5 myths about snakes that are untrue. Obviously, if they're myths, they're untrue. Now, being the top 5, there's really no particular order. They're just 5 most common myths that are commonly said about snakes. So, we're going to start with the first one, and that first one is snakes have slimy skin. That is very untrue. If you ever touched or owned a snake, they might feel a bit slimy or look slimy just because of their shine, and they have scales, and it's also meant to protect them, so they might look slimy to you, but they're not actually slimy. And they're really smooth, so that might give off a slime-like texture, but they're not slimy. They're not worms, and they're not amphibians. They're not wet. They're not aquatic. They are reptiles, and they have scales, and they are not slimy. So, alrighty. Well, number 2 is you can suck out venom if you get bit by a venomous snake. That is false. That is actually an old Boy Scout saying that is untrue. And that also kind of goes with those venom kits that you can get. Those are also a waste of money. Do not buy them. Do not use them. They do not work. If you get bit by a venomous snake, get to a hospital immediately and hope they have the antivenom you need. If not, you're pretty much fucked. So there we go. That's the first 2 with my buddy Julius here. Now here we have Joker, my Puebloan milk snake, and he mimics the coral snake, and that's the next one. The next one is that slogan, the coral snake, red touching black save for Jack, red touching yellow, kill a fellow. That is, that statement is not always accurate, because there are definitely many different localities to coral snakes and milk snakes as well. So that is the one saying that is also very in most cases could be untrue. Now here we have No Feet, my ball python. He is here for the last two myths I have. The first one is anacondas are the largest snake in the world. That is not true as far as length goes. Length-wise, the reticulated python, in the same family with him, he's also a ball python. Obviously, ball pythons don't get that big, but reticulated pythons, females can get up to 20 feet, more than 20 feet. If, in some cases, if it's, wild, eating healthy, all of that. So, and the next, the last myth kind of coincides with that, I feel like. So the last one is snakes will size you up to eat you. Now, that is untrue. First of all, a snake will not eat anything or try eating anything that it's too large to eat, for one. So if that does happen, there's going to be most likely a big reticulated python, and you've seen it in the wild, and it would have to be pretty hungry for it to actually do that. So in most cases, that is not very likely. Unless you come across a really hungry snake and you let it eat you. But aside from that, that is untrue. Snakes do not typically size people up to eat them. Most snakes see human more as a threat, not food. So it will go, wild reticulated pythons that may be that big will typically, they might, if they feel cornered or threatened, they'll strike at you. But if they see a human that they're not used to, they'll just go the other way, like all other animals that do if they encounter a human that they're scared of. So there we go. That is the top 5 myths about snakes that are commonly said that are obviously untrue. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.